Welcome, friends, to the Eve Consciousness TV show, our weekly show that's entitled You Create Your World. Now, today I'm joined by two returning guests. It's my honor and privilege to say that we have Risaria Langley. Risaria, thank you for coming back with us again.
Lovely to be here.
And Nominono Isaacs. Welcome back, Nominono. So I'd like to share with you and also with the audience that I have also been guided and brought through an inspired word in a new book whose segment has just been launched online. It is called Path to Wealth Through Faith, which is about the power of thought and our magnetic ability to call in the world that we intend. And it's especially addressing our basis of insecurity in the world. There's many people who are wanting to access wealth on all levels. What does that mean? Wealth of the soul, wealth of life. So that's also available online. It is free for all. It's path-to-wealth-through-faith.com. Okay. Now I want to welcome our special surprise guest. And Nominono, I know that you have got a beautiful message to tell. I want to say that this woman's beautiful daughter has been gracing the fronts of newspapers in many places. And as a mother, Nominono, who was on last week's show as well, is celebrating a very special time of appreciation. Share with us a little bit about what's just happened in your life there, Nominono, and your daughter.
Well, my daughter, I've got two daughters. My first daughter is an actress. She's just won it's a Laurence Olivier Award, which is for theatre in the UK.
Yes.
And it's a very important award for actors and actresses, really. So yes, she has won that for a supporting role in Harry Potter, because she's in the Harry Potter show, a stage show, and playing Hermione Granger.
Okay, that's beautiful. How long has she been working on the show?
It started last May,
okay.
So it's on to close to a year now.
Okay.
Because we're in April now. Yes, in May it's going to be a year since it started, but she's not staying on. She's finishing on the 21st of May.
Okay.
She didn't want to continue. Yeah, she just wants to do other things.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. But a gorgeous outcome of less than a year's efforts in with this show. And she has won the Best Supporting Actress Award for this play, and this is for the Laurence Olivier Award, the Olivier Award there in the UK, which is also celebrated around the world. It's quite a huge award, really, in the industry globally. So what an honor and bliss. Now, I saw a clip of her speech, Nominono, and she was certainly giving great honor to you as her mother and to her sister, and really proclaiming her values of family. And she shared just a glimpse into the life story that you as a family have walked through together, which is just inspiring to everyone and really dispels any excuses for I can't in life. Can you share with our audience, can you share with us just a little bit about the journey that your family has walked together, Nominono, that your daughter was celebrating on stage as she was receiving this incredible honor and globally recognized award?
Yes, she basically was sharing the fact that it's on the 17th of May this year. It's going to be 40 years since we arrived in the UK. Just me and the two of them. She was 7, and at the time, and we came here really as the refugees, asylum seekers, and because I was born in South Africa. At the time, South Africa, I had escaped South Africa because of politics. So, and all the other countries that I had gone to in Africa, I didn't want to grant an asylum, a refugee status, or accept us in their countries. So basically that's what it was, and traveling on a stateless person's document. which is granted by the United Nations. So, but basically, it's the fact that for me, when she did win, is knowing that as a 2.5-year-old child in Kampala, Uganda, in 1971, we arrived in Uganda in 1971, and at the time she was 2.5 years old. And at the time, we didn't have any accommodation, but we stayed with a friend. So the friend had a television, a black and white television, and he did turn on the black and white movies. The movie that my daughter had seen was the movie, the actors were Steve McQueen and Catherine Hepburn on the African Queen. And
Oh,
her face just lit up, and then, okay, she must have heard us talking that, oh, they're actors. And then when it was over, she said, I want to be an actor.
oh,
And then, yes. And then it was that's the first, and then during that week, we were there at my friend's place. Whenever there was a movie was turned on, her face just lit up and was so excited watching movies. And she continued to say she wanted to be an actor. Okay, that was that. And that was the first time and the last time for the time we were in Kampala that she saw a television, because I didn't have television or anything like that until we here in the UK, where then I was able to get television for her to watch. But that's sort of like from 2.5 years and to the time we get here, and then starting the interest. But it's something that she basically, to me, is like she knew at that time, and it's something that stayed with her, and then she's followed her dream. And it hasn't been easy, but she has stayed. She's managed to be in an acting job for more than most people sometimes, because she's so, it's just something she's determined. She really wants, she likes acting.
that's beautiful, beautiful. For a dream and a vision for life to come forward at 2.5 years old. While in now, when you were there in Kampala, Uganda, had you already fled South Africa from the circumstances that were there?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I was there because I was an asylum seeker in Uganda.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So, what a journey. What a journey. And what a celebration of life and all the possibilities of life. Folks, can I just acknowledge this family, this powerful, inspiring mother who was just really highly acclaimed by her daughter on stage as she was receiving this global recognition. Um, for being the inspiration and for walking her talk, for actually holding a vision and a belief for what's possible, not giving up. Okay, when rejected by country after country in Africa for asylum, you kept working and found your way to pull your family over to the UK. And now her daughter is an incredibly celebrated celebrity of the UK who's really even helping to increase global awareness and appreciation for the talent coming from that country. So she's a shining light around the world, and coming from a beginning, in this little child's life that some people would use as an excuse to say, I can't, instead of I can. I can. So, no, 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 no. As a mother, how did you bring forward the example and the leadership that led your family into embracing visions for themselves of what was possible, and drawing into their lives from their belief that they can? How did you help inspire this as a mother?
Okay, from early on, as children, I used to say to them, basically, because I had seen that where my background, where I come from in South Africa, there were limitations. We were categorized, and there were jobs that we could not do because of the color of our skins. So everything was set up by the state, by the government, what we could aspire to, and there's a limit, there's a ceiling, you can't go beyond that. Mm-hmm. So I said to them, listen, we have an opportunity to do whatever you choose to do, however hard it is. I will always support you. I will always be your number one fan. Do whatever, and don't do something to please me, because no, you are going to do is your life. And it's something that I instilled in them from the time when they were very, very young, because
Beautiful.
I wanted them to expand, not to have the limitations that I had growing up in South Africa. So that's what they had. And the other thing is that I was reminded later in years by them. They said to me, this thing that I never ever said to them as children, which they observed other children or other families or parents saying to them, I never called them stupid. I was actually taken aback. I said, oh, okay, that's true. Because to me, to call a child, oh, you're stupid or this and that, is something that just doesn't sit well with me.
Mhm.
So they said they appreciated that because sometimes when we're out with their friends or something, with visiting them, they would hear the parents of their children sometimes calling, oh, don't be stupid, or you are stupid, and things like that. So they said, I never ever called them that. So that was nice. And also regarding my daughter with this winning this part, when it was announced that she had been cast as Hermione on the stage play, there was a huge controversy last year, because people said there was a huge, those who had been following Harry Potter, the movies, and all that. Hermione had been played by Emma Watson, who's a white girl. So they said that part should be played by a white actress, not a black actress. So that was a huge thing that was going on in the beginning of this anyway. But we decided, I mean, I think the good thing is the good thing was that for me, I never really got into Harry Potter. I never understood anything about Harry Potter, even though when I went to see the show, I really enjoyed it.
Uh-huh.
But books, like everybody else was into it, I really was not. And my daughter knew that. She gave me the book years ago, and the first 2 pages I read, I couldn't get into it, and that was it. So when this came up, I think the fact that I was really ignorant of the Harry Potter story and all that, it helped me ground myself so that I don't get swayed and be feeling the pain. Because at some point that day when the casting was announced, it was just everywhere. There were so many experts saying that she's been chosen because there's a token and all that. And
Oh,
I knew deep down myself that it's because of her acting ability. That's why. It was nothing to do. But then she was also strong. We talked. So I'm going to just ignore what is going on. It's not my story, it's their story. But at some level, it does hurt somebody, but she still stayed grounded.
how beautiful. How beautiful is that? That's gorgeous. To hold the vision, you see, even when the outside world is going like this, right? That's holding that alignment within of what I intend, which does create our reality. And thank you, Noma No No Isaacs, for demonstrating that, for showing us how that's come through your family experience and your daughters. Thank you for being the example of that to your daughters and to the world, and for all that you're bringing through your own guided meditations, the healing that you're bringing, the wisdom that you're bringing through to the world. Thank you. And thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
this story today. It's a blessing. It's a
I'd
blessing.
just like to add that
Yeah.
I was talking to Noma Nona earlier because I said the photographs of her daughter, where she's just really having fun and full of joy on the red carpet with her dress. She's wearing this beautiful gold dress that's just swirling around her, and she's really full of joy and savoring it and having fun.
Absolutely.
No, Monona said yes, and she's on the front page of the Daily Telegraph. And on that paper, they have the world, they have the politics, they have Trump and Putin. But the thing they noticed, the only photograph is of Noma dancing and the joy. And I just thought, yes, this is perfect.
How awesome is that? So I just have to look, I'm going to share the picture from my phone, folks, right here and now. Whoop. sideways a little bit. Okay, there she is.
Yes.
That
Yes.
beautiful glow of golden light gracing the front of the paper. Yes,
It's so gorgeous. And
yes,
I just thought her political statement was one of joy, saying,
Yes.
I'm a refugee child.
yes.
Look, we've done all right.
Yeah, haven't we done all right? Haven't we done all right? It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. So, so to the audience, I'd love to share that the three of us together are actually joined in a little international group, okay, of people who are actually celebrating joy in life. And the name of the group is Joy is the Key. And I just have been blessed to be introduced to this group in the last, I guess, 6 weeks. And this is a growing consciousness, folks. It's this group is coming together to help support one another and feed our joy as we do every day. And not only does it make fun such heaven on earth, it makes life heaven on earth as we're having fun, as we're finding our joy, as we celebrate our bliss and inspire others to do the same. But we all know as well that as we're holding that, this joy is the key to unlock every good thing in life for you, even on the outside world. Would you say so, ladies?
Yes,
This
yes,
is,
definitely.
yeah.
And I mean, I was really thrilled to be invited to join the group last November when it set up. But I realized that I've started consciously using Facebook to raise my vibration because I stopped watching the news in most of the media many, many years ago. I felt it didn't really serve me and it didn't reflect how I felt about the world. And so now I focus on social media to raise my vibration. And it feels so good to do that. And Noma Noma and the Joy is the Key group are really, really great for doing that.
That's wonderful. Risaria, I want to acknowledge that you are creating your social media, bringing that joyful vibe in because not everyone's social media experience is that. Okay. There are some people who in social media are, they're whining and complaining. Okay. And so the fact that what you're drawing in to your world is joy and upliftment through all of social media is saying a lot for what you're holding inside, right? So, folks, just to remind you that we are three who testify that what you think, you create. What you focus on grows in the world. And of course, Rosaria has brought through a beautiful message of that in her own life. I want to thank you for being the messenger of these truths, Rosaria, not just through your example, and those that know you and watch what you're up to, but also the book that you've written and put out. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I wrote it, it was inspired. I wrote it in a week about law of attraction and how it affects my life. And by following my bliss, each time I focus on following my bliss, it just gets better and better. I've called the book, How Does It Get Even Better Than This? Because no matter if something, if you've got a puncture on your car or your bike, or if you're having a really fantastic time, if you ask, how does it get even better than this? The universe shows you, and it just delivers all the time. And I realize I need to update the book because things are happening so fast with me that I've already moved. In fact, I'm busy and I'm in the middle of decorating here. This is why I'm at the only painted wall at the moment.
Risaria, can I just add to the question, the book, or the title of the book, which is a question, how does it get any better than this? That there's also, then you can ask that question whether things are good or bad, or feel not good and feeling good. You ask the same question, and also you can say what else is possible. And the universe will just, things will happen. How does it get any better than this? What else is possible?
How
I mean,
beautiful.
sometimes I'll say, bring it on or show me.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, and ladies, I love to call that standing in the question. So I've heard it said that our quality of life is dictated by the quality of questions we're asking. So,
Ah,
if we're
Yes.
asking, how come it's so bad? Or how come I can't find that job? Or how, then that's going to dictate your quality of life. But if you're saying, how does it get better than this? You're
mm,
inviting in
Yes,
the
it's possible.
answer to show
yeah.
up. Yeah. You're
Because
inviting that
in
answer.
the past, I used to say, oh, it can't get any better than this. And I realized you're putting a lid on it. You're
Yes.
Yes.
stopping it. And that question really opened up a whole new universe for me by saying, how does it get even better than this?
Absolutely. Wonderful. Well, ladies, I want to thank you both for being with us today. I look forward to having each of you on as future guests as well, because both of you have a wealth of gifts to bring to our audience. And I'd love to explore more conversations with you. Thank you. Audience, I want to thank you for joining us today. I want to close by reminding you that these things that we've spoken of are true, and we have actually stepped into a new era where it is more possible than ever for you to step into the driver's seat of your life. Okay, it's easier than ever. You've got support, you've got energetic support, even in the atmosphere of this world, and from your unseen friends, your seen and your unseen friends. I'll close by reminding us all, you are never alone. You are loved, and all is well. Be blessed and walk sacred. We'll see you next week, Wednesday at noon Eastern Time, USA, 5 p.m. London time. Bless you all.